Ladies and gentlemen, I've always told you on this platform that in politics, there are only two constants. The first constant in politics is interest. And as long as the interest of politicians can converge, I can tell you they will always work together. And that's why I've never ruled out the possibility of William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, and Raila Odinga working together. And I'm also not ruling out the possibility of even Rigathi Gachagua and Uhuru Kenyatta working together again. And of course, yesterday, Uhuru Kenyatta was in Nyeri. And you saw how Kanini Kega was running to catch his attention. And the second constant in politics is normally betrayal. Betrayal is the order of the day. So Raila Odinga the other day announced his bid for the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. And Raila Odinga has received support from almost all Kenyans, apart from maybe Miguna. He has received support from Azimio, Kenya Kwanza, ODM, UDA party. Yesterday, UDA party addressed the media and they declared their total support for Raila Amolo Odinga in his bid of becoming the next chairperson of the African Union Commission. But ODM supporters are reading something. They are suspicious of UDA party's support to Raila Amolo Odinga. I want you guys to listen to UDA party press conference yesterday. And then I want to explain to you guys why ODM supporters, or Raila Odinga supporters for that matter, are not very keen, why they are suspicious about UDA party's support. Listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, fellow Kenyans, I have invited you to a moment of national introspection. Kenya continues to carve a distinct place on the community of nations. On the regional level, continental level, and globally, we continue to make unequivocal statements of democracy. Our politics is robust and cherished the world over as one of the most desired, liberal, and inspiring. It is for this reason that we, the UDA party, is pleased to appreciate the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga's decision to seek the chairmanship of the African Union Commission. The Right Honorable Raila Odinga is undoubtedly an African luminary of unmatched capability. We join many across the continent in restating that Honorable Odinga deserves the AU Commission chairmanship given his distinguished accolades and contribution to the socio-political landscape of the East Africa region and the continent as a whole. As a veteran politician, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga will immensely contribute to the development and unity of the African Union. He has vast experience and has distinguished himself as a true Pan-African statesman. When Africa was embroiled in liberation fights against imperialism, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga was there. When Africa was going through a period of African dictatorship, Honorable Raila Odinga was there. When Africa was struggling in the turmoil of neo-colonialism, it was Raila, among other distinguished leaders of Africa, who came out to speak of these ills. He measures up to the African greatest, as one of the African greatest sons. Raila was on the forefront of the greatest leaders who have championed the entrenchment of the tenets of democracy and the rule of law in Kenya and in Africa.
Now that's UDA party. And by the way, yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua literally begged Uhuru Kenyatta for talks. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua is begging Uhuru Kenyatta for talks? Maybe we need to do an analysis about that. But for now, let us focus on why ODM supporters or Raila Odinga supporters are not very keen on the support from UDA party to Raila Amolo Odinga in his bid of becoming the next chairperson of the African Union Commission. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to to dive in. Why do you think ODM supporters, for that matter, are suspicious about UDA support for Raila Odinga?
There can be no better person to take the chairmanship of the African Union other than Raila Odinga. And as a coalition, and as a party, specifically the ruling party, UDA, we have decided to put our foot down and support Raila Odinga from the sky, on the land, in the sea, whichever place and whatever avenue that we may be having, we will put our resources to support the candidature of Raila Amolo Odinga.
Number one, ODM supporters believes very strongly that UDA is supporting Raila Amolo Odinga for their selfish interest. And one of the interests they are supporting Raila Odinga is that they want to take credit should Raila Odinga be elected. The truth of the matter is that for Raila Odinga to contest, he must be supported by the member state. For that matter, Kenya government must support Raila Odinga. And of course, even that one vote of Kenya, which will be cast by William Ruto, is also going to be very, very important. But they are saying that for them, they are viewing it as a strategy by Ruto to take credit for that win, so that when he comes back after the victory, then they'll be able to play politics with it. And of course, I was reading somewhere in one of the dailies that Mungatana is already alleging that Raila should support Ruto because Ruto is going to make him the chairperson of the African Union Commission. And is even going further that Ruto supported Raila in 2007 and even made Raila the prime minister. The truth is, should Raila Odinga succeed, UDA party, for that matter, are going to have something to use to convince ODM strongholds why they should support William Samoei Arap Ruto.
Tunataka kumpongeza Rais William Ruto sana kwa sababu serikali yake imechukua msimamo wa kumsupport Raila Odinga asimame kama chairman wa African Union Commission. Na hii ni nafasi muhimu sana kwa sababu itatusaidia sisi kama Wakenya na watu wetu wengi ambao hawajui international politics na regional politics. Tukiwa na mtu wetu pale tunapata faida nyingi ambazo zitatusaidia kama Wakenya. Na la pili mimi ningependa kusema ni kwamba Rais Ruto ameonyesha kwamba yeye ni statesman. Hana chungu na mtu, hana shida na mtu. Ikija mambo ya kupusha agenda ya Kenya, atasimama na wewe. Wewe ni mpinzani, wewe ni supporter wake. I think I'm very happy with that attitude. Na mimi kile kitu ambaye I want to plead with former Prime Minister Raila Odinga ni kwamba 2007 William Ruto alisimama na wewe. William Ruto alisimama na wewe ukapigania kiti hata kama hamkufaulu, alisimama na wewe. Hesabu miaka 17 baadaye William Ruto amesimama na wewe tena in 2024 anakusaidia ukue African Union Commission Chairman. Sasa tunakuomba wakati ukifika wa 2027 na wewe uregeshe mkono huu mwenzio amesimama na wewe.
And because this is politics, everybody is allowed to be strategic, and that is one of their strategy. And that's why these supporters of Raila Odinga are suspicious. Number two, there are also those Raila Odinga supporters who believes that because the election will be via vote, that William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza are pushing Raila Odinga to go outside there, contest, then probably they're not going to support him much, then Raila Odinga is going to fail. And then if Raila Odinga will fail again they'll have a field day. So they're asking Raila Odinga to be very, very careful with the support he's receiving from Kenya Kwanza. But from what I can see, Kenya Kwanza is really serious about this thing. They want Raila Odinga to go outside there. Which takes me to the third reason why ODM supporters are suspicious. They believe that Kenya Kwanza wants to force Raila Odinga out of politics. They want to force Raila Odinga to exit politics. I listened to Junet Mohammed the other day and John Mbadi. They were very clear that Raila Odinga will still be the ODM party leader. That Raila Odinga was even serving as a ODM party leader, and he was still working as the high representative for infrastructure for AU. And that there is nothing really that stops Raila Odinga from being the chair of the AU and still holding to his position as the ODM party leader. For me, I don't think that is the correct position. The truth of the matter is that there is the fear that these guys are strategic. They want Raila Odinga to go outside there. By throwing their support, it means even Raila Odinga will look at it, then see a chance that, okay, this thing I can support. I can win. Then Raila Odinga will go outside there, start campaigning, and maybe win. Then once that happens, what do you think will be the end game? The truth is, once that happens, Raila Odinga will be forced out of politics, because I don't see the chairman of the African Union Commission still coming to chair an ODM meeting in the county of Kisumu. I don't think that will be possible. So strategically, Raila Odinga is going to give them space. Number 4, they are also suspicious because they know that in the country called Kenya today, the only person who can put William Ruto and his government on their toes is none other than Raila Odinga. So they are seeing an opportunity to explore that. They want Raila Odinga to exit the political scene so that they can implement some of their dirty schemes. The truth of the matter is that if, for example, today Raila Odinga were not here, the housing levy would have been forced. Very many things would have been forced down the throat of Kenyans. And Raila Odinga is actually standing between them and some of the things they are planning to do. And some of those things are not clean, they're actually dirty. So they want to implement those things in peace without Raila Odinga. Because once Raila Odinga is out of the country, even if William Ruto and the government is doing what, I doubt if he'll be allowed to speak on them. And number 5 is 2027 political equation. The truth of the matter is that 2027 election is going to be one of the most difficult elections for the for William Samoei Arap Ruto, because William Ruto got into the presidency through populist agenda. He made promises. Those promises are not yet to be met. The state of the economy is so poor. The rate of unemployment is increasing. Some of the Kenya Kwanza policies are not working. And of course, the main bedrock of their support, which is the mountain, is also drifting away from William Ruto. So William Ruto then focused on winning the support of some of ODM or Azimio strongholds. He focused on Western Kenya. He focused on Luhya Nation, and he also focused on the coastal region. But for him to get those support, Raila Odinga must be out of the equation. Not just out of the equation, because if Raila Odinga is not a presidential candidate, he can still support someone else to win. But now if Raila Odinga is out of the equation, and then he can also come and campaign for his candidate, William Ruto will have his way. And lastly, they also believe that William Ruto is trying to create a wedge between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. There are those who believe that Uhuru Kenyatta was also trying to campaign for the same position. But clearly from Azimio's statement, the presence of David Murathe and the presence of Jeremiah Kioni, for me, conclude everything that Uhuru Kenyatta is also fully behind Raila Amolo Odinga's move to contest for the position of the African Union Commission Chair. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.